I'm going to do this little story for you. Sonny Hancock, he cowboys in a different part of the country than I do, but this is just how a cowboy might kind of get in trouble with his rope. Well, I was up in the Sycan Black Hills camp. I was working for the old Z Cross. This was my own piece of country. I was cook and crew and boss. The afternoon of that there year was coming on, as I recall, meaning summer had hit the cap rock and slid right down into fall. The days were warm and pleasant. Though the nights were kind of sharp, I had a nice snug little cabin to keep the cold wind off my tarp. The aspen leaves were turning yellow, and bees was buzzing around the hive. It was one of them kind of days. It was just great to be alive. I was jogging along that morning, looking out beneath my hat. I thought I'd make a little circle down by Silver Dollar Flat, maybe brand some big slick yearling with the address of this farm. I sure did need to limber up my old stiff roping arm. I was moving kind of easy down this little open draw. I come around the corner and I was shocked at what I saw. I just pulled up there a-gawking. My eyes went plumb agog. There's this big old brindle he-bear digging ants out of a log. And my heart commenced to pound, and Lord, I couldn't get no air, 'cause I knew I'd never have a better chance to rope myself a bear. Well, I'm trying to jerk my rope down, and this old horse begins to dance. But old Bruin, he ain't heard me. He's still busy digging ants. So I get my rope tied hard and solid, and I built that loop with care. I let out a cowboy war whoop. Whee! I built right to that bear. But that old beast, he heard me coming. And he beat it for the trees. There weren't no moss growing on him, and he sure did split the breeze. But I pulled in right behind him. And then, just like that Bible story told, I cast my bread upon the water, and it come back 1,000-fold. I pitched the slack right at him, and I turned my pony neat, and I heard him grunt and hit the ground as I jerked him off his feet, and then I towed him towards the timber just the way it should be done. There really wasn't nothing to it. Roping bears is lots of fun. But I got busy in the timber, dodging limbs and brush and such. I ain't had time to check up on my cargo very much. But I'm going to start by breaking him to lead. At least that's what I hope. I look back, and here that bear comes. Just like that, right up my rope. Now, things start looking mighty different, so I tells him, okay, Bruin, I'll start paying more attention to this little job I'm doing. I'll zig and zag and circle some. You just follow me, 'cause I'm about to knock your lights out on some big old jack pine tree. I zigged and zagged and circled, but it seemed to no avail. Next time I checked, old Teddy's right behind my horse's tail, and about that time my pony gives a funny little jump, and that bear commenced to climbing up that rope across his rump. I yelled and squalled and hollered, and I slapped him with my hat. That old bear, he's plumb determined he's going to get up where I'm at. You know, I've knowed lots of fellers in the hills and on the plains, and can't think of one of them that ever told me that I was overblessed with brains. But it didn't take an Einstein with no special high IQ or no call from God to tell me what that bear was going to do. I know a coward's way out's a bad one in most anybody's book. That's the only route left open now, so that's the one I took. I just bailed off and checked it to him. But a big rock broke my fall. And oh, boy, I says, it looks to me like you just bought her all, and they went crashing through the timber. As I realized, of course, I just lost a dang good saddle, and the company lost a horse. How you supposed to explain it with your boss standing there? You took a plumb good horse and saddle and just give him to a bear. Well, these thoughts and lots more like them was running through my mind as I went limping down that cow trail, trying to leave that wreck behind. My clothes was torn and tattered. I'd lost some chunks of hide, but my body wasn't hurting near as much as was my pride. Then I heard a noise behind me. The sound began to swell back the way that I'd just come from. I wondered, what the hell? And I turned to see my pony. He's stepping lively down the slope. And that old bear's up in my saddle, got a loop built, swinging my rope.